Germany backs Austria-Hungary. France backs Russia. Britain tries to stay neutral but leans toward France. It's a tinderbox, but it's been a tinderbox for years. On June 28th, Archduke Franz Ferdinand visits Sarajevo. He's not a beloved figure, but he's not a tyrant either. In fact, he's one of the more progressive voices in the Austrian court. He believes Austria-Hungary should grant more autonomy to its Slavic populations. If he becomes emperor, he might actually ease tensions in the Balkans. The assassination attempt almost fails. Earlier that morning, a bomb is thrown at his motorcade. It bounces off the car and explodes behind him. Franz Ferdinand is shaken but unhurt. He gives a speech. He visits wounded officers in a hospital. Then, against advice, he insists on returning through the city. His driver takes a wrong turn. The car stalls, and Gavrilo Princip, who had given up and gone to get a sandwich, finds himself 5 feet away from the heir to the Austrian throne. He fires twice. Both the Archduke and Sophie die within minutes. But let's imagine the driver doesn't take that wrong turn, or the car doesn't stall, or Princip is elsewhere, lost in the crowd, never given his chance. Franz Ferdinand survives. He returns to Vienna. The crisis in Sarajevo becomes a footnote. What happens next? Austria-Hungary is still angry. There was a bomb. There was an attempt. Serbian nationalists are clearly involved. Vienna wants justice. But without the Archduke's death, the outrage is muted. Franz Ferdinand himself, alive and politically astute, urges restraint. He knows that a war with Serbia means a war with Russia, and a war with Russia means a war with France, and a war with France might bring in Britain. Austria-Hungary issues a strong protest. Demands are made. Serbia offers a partial apology and agrees to investigate. Russia, without the shock of a royal assassination, doesn't mobilize immediately. Germany, under pressure from its own diplomats, advises Vienna to accept Serbia's response. The crisis de-escalates. There's grumbling. Nationalist newspapers in Vienna call the government weak. Serbian nationalists call their government cowardly. But there is no war, not in 1914, not yet. This isn't the first time Europe has stepped back from the brink. In 1911, a crisis over Morocco nearly led to war between France and Germany. It didn't. In 1912 and 1913, 2 Balkan wars redrew borders and inflamed tensions. But the great powers stayed out. The system held. So in our alternate timeline, the system holds again. Summer fades into autumn. The world watches the Balkans with unease, but also with relief. Diplomats congratulate themselves.